Are you ready? I said, are you ready to take over this jackass to my right? His name is the MATT. I think he says he's a game changer, but he's my brother, and that's Matt.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Game Changers proudly brings to you one half of its TikTok Tag Team Champions of the World. It's me. It's that MATT. And this jackass over here.
Piece of shit.
Oh, what the hell?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Your live access. My live access was suspended for violating our hateful behavior policy. You can go live next as a host from 10:11. I'm suspended for 6 days.
You hated on your brother, bro. What a way to start a podcast. Hating on his brother. Man, I'm telling you what, this is an awesome podcast, guys. Just join in on it.
Fuck TikTok, man.
We got TikTok Nation banning my brother once again. Oh my God. Dude, you have to stop being such a hater.
Man, that's fucked up. I'm a little bit pissed now.
A little bit?
Fuck TikTok.
Suck TikTok. Anyways, we got a podcast to go to, and we're Huge Pop Wrestling Podcast. I'm Huge Pop, other known as Scotty Don't Know Wrestling. To my right is the MATT, the Game Changer, Tag Team Champions of TikTok. He might be giving up his belt. I think that you might put your belt in trash cans because of all this violation stuff they give you. So we'll see.
Honestly, if we can't have fun, it was clearly something that was fun.
Yes, I will vouch for that, bro. We are having fun. TikTok just doesn't know how to have fun, man. I don't know.
There will watch TikTok here in a little bit because I plan on making a video or two about this shit.
Did he get banned? Yeah, sir, man. He got banned for hateful content. I don't know about that. Introduction was awesome in my opinion, but hey. Monday Night Raw was last night, and oh my God, for the go home show, I thought that was an amazing show. I don't know if Matt has anything to go with that before we start into Monday Night Raw. He's a little angry now about TikTok. I will have to be on his side. He got screwed. That was stupid. So, but we can't let that spoil our fun, right, Matt?
Yeah. Fuck TikTok.
So I'm gonna get an AEW question out of the way before we go into Raw. One of these questions I love doing questions for my brother. I like his opinion. I give my opinion. I like to chat's opinion. So the first question I have is, and I don't want to resurface any of the Scrum, any of the Young Bucks, the Kenny Omega shit, the CM Punk stuff, any of that. I don't want to touch that. So, Matt, question for you.
Yep.
If it is true that CM Punk is getting released and they're buying him out, et cetera, why in the heck can we go on AEW's fan page, website, and still buy merch relating to CM Punk? Wouldn't you have thought if they're going to do that? But see, they're keeping CM Punk in there. I'm not, after I seen that this last week, the last weekend, I'm not sure if I totally believe they're going to buy CM Punk out. I think we're getting worked over major time, and it's going to be a huge pay-per-view coming up. I just don't think
it's all about money, though. It's all about money. If it's the hottest thing, it's that, or it was that, and now it's White Rabbit. That's all anyone's talking about.
Right.
So it's about money. It's about bringing, why not sell the rest of the t-shirts that they have? Why not sell the rest of the hats? Why not sell,
But that's the thing. If this is true shit that's going on with CM Punk and being released, et cetera, he's getting royalties from all this merch that they're selling. So is he gonna say "fuck you"? AEW, I'm taking my shirts and my stuff and going home, or is he going to ride it out and make as much money as he can?
I mean, he's going to get paid either way, because if they buy his contract out, he's going to get money.
It's like $4 million, I heard.
Yeah, he's not going to have to work another day in his life.
Right. Plus, you think he's going to tie in and keep my merch up there, and I'll just take royalties off of that too?
Oh, I mean, he'll go to ProWrestlingTees.com and make a boatload of money.
I just didn't think. I thought it was like, God damn! If he's done, my thought process was, if I'm done with the company, then I'm just gonna not be wanting to be affiliated with that company. If that's how bad it was, so that leads me to think that wasn't that bad of a deal. Are they really that pissed off like we think they are, or is this okay? It's done. It's over. And possibly CM Punk might show back up at AEW. Is that out of the question? I guess that's my question.
I don't think one of the parties has to leave. If it's as serious as we think it is, one of the parties has to leave. It's either going to be Punk or the Elite. And I just don't see him doing the Elite because the Elite started the whole thing.
Yeah. All right, I just see that, and that's I just brought up curiosity of what's really happening, what is really going on, to be honest with you. What is really going on? So there's a lot to talk about Raw leading up to Extreme Rules, a good show.
Yes, the go home. It's the go home Raw for
go home Raw. Lots we can talk about. Don't even have to go in order. Top of my head, I want to start out with, I guess, Judgment Day versus AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio. The ending showed us a storyline surfacing. That being AJ Styles turning heel on Rey Mysterio. I think you're going to see that. I think the connection we've seen with Finn Balor and AJ recently, I think we're going to see AJ Styles possibly joining Judgment Day, in my opinion. I don't know. But of course, I don't know wrestling. So what's your opinion on that, man?
I don't see it happening.
No.
I think they missed that as far as what they could have done with AJ. AJ should have gone and done. They should have done something. They wanted to do AJ with a faction with Finn. It should have been the club when they had Gallows and Anderson. And I don't think AJ's not that kind of guy. Like, he's not the dark looming kind of sadistic person that Damian Priest and Finn Balor could be. Like, they have their dark sides. AJ really hasn't. Like, he can be a heel, but he's not that kind of guy.
So do you see AJ, because there was an obvious obvious turn on with AJ and obvious feud brewing up with AJ. And I don't want to say a heel turn or what, but obvious feud brewing up between AJ and Rey Mysterio. You talked about the club. You talked about AJ with the Gallows. Now I think they're finishing up their contract with Impact. Would it be possible that you'd see the Bullet Club come back to reforming if those guys could come back to WWE, or don't you think that's even an option?
They're gonna have to throw a lot of money and give them creative control.
Yeah, I
think that's the only way you're gonna get those two back. And I think they're both kind of nearing the end of their run. You know what I mean? Like, I think they tag team. That's the thing about tag teams. They really don't have a long shelf life, in my opinion. Like, there's only so much you could do, and I think that's why the New Day and like that same gimmick over and over and over and over again, it gets old. Right. That's why I have a hard time rooting for the New Day. That's why I think the Usos are getting a little stale too, because it's the same thing for the last 3 years. Again, I like the Usos and I like the Bloodline, and I acknowledge Roman Reigns as the best champion in the business right now. But his character is getting stale.
Right. I think you got a lot of characters getting stale.
It is.
Even Otis and Gable. That that gimmick is dumb, and B, that gimmick is so overused. It's just I don't like it. But I think that's what. So you're saying that they got to come up with something new, something fresh.
Yes.
Gotcha. So where would you go though? Okay, so you have last night was Rey Mysterio AJ versus Balor and Priest. And of course there was the obvious, you seen it coming, Dominic and Rhea Ripley getting involved, and seeing Rhea get in Dominic's ear, and he stated he hated his father, blah blah blah. He asked his dad to hit him, and his dad wouldn't, and then Ray got chop blocked by Rhea, and it was over. So I like where that faction is going. I like how it's building up, but where now do you put Ray? Is this a way to stop that feud with the Judgment Day and move on to a Rey Mysterio AJ Styles feud?
No, but, okay. Here's the thing. Unless they do it for a kind of a filler to get us to Royal Rumble, because I think what it needs to be, and for the whole Ray and Dom thing to be completely done, I think it needs to go to WrestleMania and be done at WrestleMania.
Okay.
And the way I would book it is, you get Ray and Dom to Royal Rumble, and you get them both in the Rumble, and say like Ray's been in there for like 20 minutes, and Dom comes sliding in, and dumps his dad out like towards the end, and then Ray somehow gets him to like pulls him out, like like shakes his hand and like pulls him out. Something along those lines to set up a WrestleMania deal with Ray versus Dom, and that's the end of it.
Gotcha.
That's the only way that, to me, it makes sense.
Right.
Because you at some point have to have a one-on-one, and what better stage to have a one-on-one with a father and son than at WrestleMania?
Wow, they got what, 2 days of seven or eight matches in the night. So yeah, I guess that'd be it. But my thing is, if you do that, it's going to be one of those 5-minute matches or a pre-show match. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to be.
Well, it's got to be. It won't. It can't be on a. I can't see it being on a pre-show, because it's got to be on a main show, because it's Rey Mysterio.
True. I don't know. If you rewrite that, that's got to come to an end. And I guess either probably best to do it on the biggest pay-per-view of the year. So I get that. I've also read that Triple H especially wants to give Finn Balor a big push. Not as Demon Finn, but as Finn. Now, do you see that happening even with the Judgment Day, or do you see something happening between him and the Judgment Day where that would free him of that?
Hold on. October 11th. Okay. Well, update. My ban had not been lifted after appeal, and I'm off until the 11th, which is a week from today.
Yep.
7 days. Thank you, TikTok. I needed a break. Anyway, no, I read that too, and which means that we won't see the demon, which kind of sucks because I really enjoy it when he goes into that. But it also is a good thing because maybe that is a way of them to bring in uh like disband the Judgment Day and bring in a guy like go with the Bullet Club kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
I know this will never happen, but what if there's another leader of the Judgment Day that just comes out of nowhere and it's not Damian Priest? What if it's not Bray Wyatt? So just get your move along from that. And I know, and I'm going to say it's never going to happen because this gentleman has way too much personal shit that he's dealing with. Sorry, guys. And that's no, it's not Malachi Black either because he's signed. He said in an Instagram live that he's not leaving AEW. But could it be a guy like Marty Scurll? He has the Evil Enterprises that I think that's what they're called. The villain, yeah, he's a villain. Marty Scurll. He had Villain Enterprises. Maybe it's something along those lines that they replace. But again, probably not going to happen. He has too many legal issues. He's in the Me Too movement, and it's not going to happen. But
right. But yeah, that segment was a good segment though. That they even cut a promo on Edge, and of course Edge, he had a promo later on that night. But I just had those questions after watching the segment with the Rey Mysterio and Judgment Day last night. That brought up some questions like that. So thanks for those answers, man. Then I think they wasted a bit of time with Bobby Lashley versus Mustafa Ali.
I'm going to get something to drink. I'll be right back.
So, we had seen, Bobby Lashley beat Mustafa Ali with the submission hold, the hurt lock. Earlier in the match, he wanted to face someone. He said in his interview he wanted to face someone that would challenge him, and Mustafa Ali stepped up, and that was that. And then that match was okay until they got really good at the end, where Seth Rollins came in and attacked Lashley from behind with a stomp, and then Ross also hit Ali with the stomp at the end. So I was kind of like, okay, so hopefully we'll be seeing the end of Riddle and Rollins at the pay-per-view in that in the fight cage, because he's picking on Ali and Lashley. So hopefully we'll see something. So maybe he's going to go after Lashley's title. Maybe just so we talked about a couple of weeks ago that that would be a good fit for him, because of course, Matt, I agree. Matt said that Rollins really doesn't need a title. The title could use him. It could make good. I mean, I'm just not a Lashley fan. We've seen Lashley. He's one of those guys that's like, I think Seth Rollins could represent the title better than Lashley. So I'm excited to see that feud happening. Hopefully it happens sooner than later. What's your thoughts, bro?
Yeah. I've never been a Bobby Lashley guy. Didn't like him when he first came to WWE back in the Attitude Era. I hated him. I thought he was garbage. Then he decided to. I'm not a fan of the big guys. You know what I mean? Like the guys that are just, to me, I don't know. Bobby Lashley is a dollar store Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy his matches.
I agree. They're those matches that you can go pop popcorn and come back and not miss a thing.
It's like, oh, Bobby Lashley won. What did he do? He speared somebody. Oh, okay.
Oh no, this time he hurt lock somebody. Yeah, okay, that's what we see.
It's like,
but yeah, I get
okay.
you.
So I mean, it's like you're watching. I mean, again, it shows that he can't wrestle. If I'm being completely honest with it, I don't think he's not that great of a performer. I mean, he is this era's Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan, like I said before, Hulk Hogan, there are 5 things that happen in a Hulk Hogan match, right? You have the start of the match where he starts off hot. Then it drops off to him getting his ass beat for about 3-4 minutes. Then he hulks up. Oh, look, there's a body slam and a leg drop, and then Hogan must pose. That's a Hulk Hogan match in 5 easy steps. Every Hulk Hogan match was the same. Am I wrong?
No, not at all.
I mean,
shit. You're talking about 80s, 70s, 80s, and early 90s, man. What else?
What are we doing? What are we doing that shit now then? What's Bobby Lashley doing out there? Me, Bob Lashley.
Okay.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm Bob Lashley. I ate breakfast and with steroids. I'm going to push you down. You know, like.
Yeah. Right. I get it.
I don't like him.
I mean,
I would much rather sit back and watch Austin Theory versus Matt Riddle for 3 hours than watch Bobby Lashley.
Hey, I mean, I can't disagree with your Bobby Lashley hate, but I don't know if I'd want to watch Theory and Riddle for 3 hours. I might want to watch I don't know, but
I mean, like I said before, I don't dislike Riddle and Theory in the ring. I just don't like their gimmicks.
Right. So let's get the other crappy, in my opinion, matches out of the way. Otis defeats Johnny Gargano via pinfall with a front slam. I'm not sure if that's a good way to put Johnny Gargano.
Otis beat Johnny.
Yeah, well, of course, Austin Theory was involved. He had Gargano with the Money in the Bank briefcase. But still, I don't know if I'd be putting Otis over, whether he gets beat in the head with a briefcase by outside sources or not. I'm not sure if I would have had Otis be the one that gets over on Gargano, to be honest with you. You could have picked somebody else, to be honest with you.
That doesn't make sense at all.
No, but that's what the match was last night. The match was, Johnny Gargano, Otis, and here comes Theory with the briefcase. And why are you picking on Gargano, I guess? I'm not sure. Whatever. But yeah, Theory interfered and cost Gargano the match because the ref wasn't looking. It was one of those, it was okay. It brought hype towards the pay-per-view coming up, Extreme Rules, I guess. So that's what that happened. And of course, you're a big man guy, so you love Braun Strowman. And that's my problem with WWE right now. Extreme Rules has 2 title matches. They're not building Lashley to anything. Yeah, I don't know, Serta. I wish they wouldn't have brought Rollins in and started that, because that would be a good build up, good title match at Extreme Rules, instead of doing Riddle and Rollins, which should have been gone. How many times ago? They could have started. Now they could have put Rollins in a match with Lashley and put 3 titles up. But anyway,
well, yeah, I don't. Is it because Roman? That's Extreme Rules. It's one of the best pay-per-views all year. It's, in my opinion, the number 5, because you have well, this is just my opinion. I think it's Rumble, Mania, Survivor Series, or Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. And then, in my opinion, the next one would be Extreme Rules, in my opinion, as far as like if you're going top five. I think Extreme Rules or Hell in a Cell are the number five on the list of quality
Pay-per-views.
pay-per-views. And why on the number five isn't your champion? That's why they need to split, like take away one of the championships and put it over, so at least we'd have one big title on the line.
You're exactly right. Even the tag team titles, they need to split those up too.
Yeah.
I thought I would be a fan of that combo title crap. It was a huge hype to get it there, but now that it's there, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of two titles on one person. Yeah, it's cool. Look at the achievement he made. Woohoo! Look at whatever. But it's time to get rid of that dual belt shit.
It reminds me of never mind.
Reminds me of what? Go ahead.
Two girls, one cup. Here. Huh? 2 girls, 1 cup.
Oh no, yeah, no.
That's what it's a bunch of. Again, I love Roman. Roman's the only. Honestly, Roman's the only one that could handle the 2 belt deal.
Yeah. So prediction. Let's see if you get this right. We had Braun Strowman defeating Chad Gable. How did he defeat Chad Gable? He power bombed him. Woohoo! Surprise, surprise.
All big men have the same goddamn match.
He came down the ring. He shoulder checked some people, got in the ring, bell rung, picked them up. Then we're done. 5 seconds. I don't know how long it was. I got up and went to the bathroom. But yeah, that was just that in a nutshell. I was not a fan of that. It was a filler in my opinion. So of course, there was some barcode shit that happened.
The White Rabbit.
But I don't want to talk about that yet.
I'll give you my.
So we had the Matt Riddle, Seth Rollins face to face. That got kind of interesting. I have to say I dug Rollins' outfit. It wasn't extreme that bad.
I like how they're gonna have Daniel Cormier be the official.
Well, that's a question I got for you. Then we can talk about the face-off. Because Daniel Cormier showed up on the Titantron last night. Saying that he's going to call right down the middle. They need a guy that's used to this environment, blah, blah, blah. That's why they got handpicked by Triple H. All right. Obviously, he's going to side with one of them. Or do you think he's going to call it down the middle fairly? Or do you think he's going to turn on Riddle? How do you think that's going to go? How do you think that's going to play out?
I think he's going to call it down the middle, but something's going to happen where it's not going to be it's going to be some sort of dirty pin or dirty maneuver by Rollins, and Cormier's not going to see it. And then Riddle's going to get up and be like, "What the fuck, man? You blah, blah, blah." Just gets after him. And then that will set up Riddle Cormier.
And unfortunately, Riddle is that kind of character, whatever you call him in the WWE, that you could give him a match or a feud with a guy like Cormier. You couldn't do that. I don't think you could set it up for Seth Rollins to do that.
No,
I think
it doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. I think it makes more sense because MMA style would be more Riddle. I will say this: that ring looks pretty sick.
Well, what about this though? Like, I think something's going to happen too to set something up for Brock Lesnar. I think it's going to, over at Crown Jewel, he doesn't have a not Crown Jewel, but Crown Jewel's next.
Yeah.
Oh, over in Crown Jewel, I think you're going to end up because he doesn't have a match because Goldberg backed out, can't do it.
Oh,
so Brock needs a match. Who better than the guy he didn't get a chance to fight with over in the UFC, but Daniel Cormier.
Do you see Brock Lesnar getting involved in this match with Seth Rollins?
He could.
That'd be all right. Did you see the layout of that layout of the ring for that match?
It's like an octagon, right? Or is
it's the ring is down, and then they got the cage. Then around the top of the cage, there's a catwalk. Looks like about 5 feet wide.
It's like Ken Shamrock and
yes.
Owen Hart had a match like
that. Yes. So I'm excited about that. I need this. It needs to be over with. It needs to be done. So yeah, I'm glad it's coming to a head. I'm glad it's coming to that. But Cormier came on last night and he made himself notice that, hey, I'm going to call it down the middle, blah blah blah. He's the right guy for it. But there was some great exchanges last night with between Seth Rollins and Riddle. Well, that's one thing I have enjoyed about this story. I'm not a fan of everybody of your personal shit getting involved in the storyline, but they were very good. They used it very good this time. Very good. That doesn't sound right, but they used it wisely. And there's pissing each other off, and they had some good ones last night. Like Rollins made reference to his kids not seeing seeing his kids, and having to have a big match to pay child support because you know how expensive child support is. And that old boy Riddle, which I thought was funny, he compared Rollins to his wife Becky being number one over and him second place. And that was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back for Rollins, and that he got pissed off. And there's some good exchanges. I think he's second best to his wife, actually.
You would say that.
I know. I would. You have any takes on those exchanges, Matt?
I see. Rollins is pure gold. Rollins, everything he touches, okay. Seriously, name a bad Rollins match, like a bad one.
A bad one.
Yeah, a bad one.
No, there's not.
He just doesn't have bad matches.
I'm not. No, you're right. I don't know if you're going where I think you're going. I'm just not a fan of him, but you're right. That he does nothing bad. He doesn't. He is a badass.
You don't like him and that means he's doing his job.
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely.
You don't like that's this is one of the reasons I love pro wrestling. I don't like some of these guys, but there's some guys out here that I'm like, he's okay, he's not the greatest. And then they're like that. People on TikTok are getting conversations all the time. Well, what he does this and this and this. I'm like, good for you if you like him. I don't.
Right. Now I liked him. Don't get me wrong, man. I liked him when he was with the Shield. I stopped liking him when he turned on those guys. And
that was good stuff, man.
It was good stuff. And I think I liked him through the first part of when he was with Triple H. Then he got hurt. And I think that was around the time I was like, he came back with all that crap. But anyway.
Well, no, he came back the second time and he did his King Slayer and Beast Slayer, and he went through Triple H first and then Brock, and then the time that he got hurt a second time, right? Yeah, he got hurt a second time, and then when he came back from that injury with the Authors of Pain, and he started doing the Monday Night Messiah stuff. That's when I kind of lost it. Wasn't a fan of him then, but He ditched that gimmick, and now he's back to being Seth freaking Rollins. And he's every week or every time I see him on TV, it was great. Was it last year that he had his match with Roman and he started laughing at him in the middle of the match?
Yeah. Now,
I mean,
how many years ago was it when he and I don't blame him for hurting Sting, don't take that out of context. How many years ago was it WrestleMania with Sting and Sting got hurt? Well, not like 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
that's about 4, because
Was that the Seth freaking Rollins era, or was that his Messiah?
That was Seth freaking Rollins. That was because that was when he was with Triple H.
Okay, yeah, I like that part. And I don't know, it was 8 years ago. Are you shitting me?
Wow.
Man, I'm off. Wow.
8 years. That's wow.
Yeah. 7 years ago. That's a long time ago.
Still though, I mean.
Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah, I did.
31.
I did not. I was okay with his outfit last night, and one of the high, you say laughing, one of the high points was because Steph came out with his crowd going, oh, whatever. And then, so Riddle makes a statement about the crowd's going to be chanting, bro. So, and that pissed off Rollins too last night, so it was pretty funny. But that was that one. That was a good match, good setup. So the last two things that, Damage Control, of course, made a statement last night. I don't know did you watch any of that highlights of that?
They beat the piss out of Bianca, didn't they?
Yeah. Bayley made a statement, and she lured Bayley. She lured Bianca in, and she got her ass beat. Bianca did.
Now, I know we're gonna save our predictions and stuff for the Thursday show, but
yeah.
Spoiler for that one. Spoiler for that show. Still tune in next week or next episode, guys. But both women's matches, if the title doesn't change, there's something seriously wrong.
I would have to agree. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just done with Bianca as a champion.
Mm-hmm.
Bayley's a bad B, and I think she needs the championship.
Yep.
And it is not believable for Ronda Rousey to lose an Extreme Rules match against Liv Morgan. It is not believable.
No, not at all. I agree 100%.
And
hopefully we'll see something on Friday regarding that, and hopefully, yeah, so I think you're right, but no, that Bayley, her group, they put a stamp on who are the badasses, and they showed up last night to be the badasses, and that they were, and that was amazing. They ended that segment with Bayley climbing the ladder, holding the belt on top of the ladder, and the two tag team partners climbing that, and so that was good. Alexa Bliss, was that? Yeah, Alexa Bliss. She got hurt pretty bad, I think. So on Alexa Bliss, I have something about Alexa Bliss I'll ask later. But in the signing of Bayley signing, and that was where one of the QR codes popped up. Just for
right on that.
Yeah, so that was good. We'll talk about that a little bit, but I think. Are the tag titles for women on the line at Extreme Rules too?
No, I don't think so. They might be on the pre-show.
Okay. You don't see those girls lose the belts anytime soon, do you?
No, they can't.
That'd be stupid.
And someone was saying on a live that I was in that they don't believe that Bayley is a heel. Like, they can't get behind that. I'm like, that she's too bubblegum, that she's too her history of, and I'm like,
I don't agree with that at all. If she's not a heel, if you can't tell she's a heel,
well, no, like it doesn't work for her.
Oh, it does.
I'm like, I absolutely agree. I think she absolutely is amazing.
I'm gonna say this right now. She's a hot heel. That heel persona, that the way she presents herself, freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, from all kinds of viewpoints. I won't say any of those viewpoints on the freaking show, but she's amazing. And this has done nothing for her character but fly it to the moon.
She's a
badass bitch.
It's almost
out of that.
Drink her bathwater. What?
No one's listening. I don't think. 3 people. Who cares?
3 people. You got Ryan in the house. Ryan's in there.
Ryan's in the house.
Yeah, that's Starda.
Ryan, are you taking notes to get rid of this clown ass next to me? I hope so. I'm gonna need somebody to step up.
Tell you what, Monsoon.
So no,
I am the Jesse Ventura.
You are. So yeah, that was that, and that was a good segment. And I guess the last segment really was Solo Sikoa versus Angelo Dawkins via pinfall. There's some heated shit going on in the bloodline, and I just want to talk about that for a few. I don't know. My prediction is I could go 2 ways with it. I hope I'm right on the first way, but I don't think I'm gonna be. I think Sami Zayn is gonna get fucked over, and he thinks he's hot crap with them, and I think he's gonna get shown the door. But
I hope you're right.
But I think what's really gonna happen is Solo is gonna turn on Jay, and that's going to be a big mess for the bloodline, and that might be a way to break up the bloodline. I don't know. But then you're going to have, but you got to be careful with that, because I think you're going to have Sami Zayn somehow, some way join forces with KO to take those belts from and show his real colors and take those belts from the brothers. That's a good thought too. If Solo could. But I would hate to see that, though. I would hate to see Sami Zayn and Solo take the belts off the Usos. That would, to me, that'll piss me off, because I'm not a big Sami Zayn fan. I see him live, so I like him a little bit more, because he, as a wrestler, he got himself involved with the crowd, and he was more of a crowd person than I thought he was. So that impressed me. His work ethics are amazing. I just don't like him. And I could not get behind a Solo Sami Zayn tag team champions. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. I mean,
what is your thoughts, bro?
Solo needs to be Solo.
Yep.
I just can't see him as a tag team. I think he would be better off as. I love how they keep referring to him as the Enforcer. And they keep calling him the Enforcer. Who else was called the Enforcer? Arn Anderson. Yes. Is this the new version of is this the modern day 4 Horsemen, maybe, kind of thing?
Well, minus Sami Zayn or including Sami Zayn?
Well, you'd have to be minus, because.
Yeah, that's big 5. You're right.
Yeah.
I went to Alpena High School for math, so.
Anyway,
are they going to be on Extreme? Are they going to be part of Extreme Rules at all, or aren't they even showing up? Sami Zayn, Solo. How are we having a pay-per-view without the Usos, Roman Reigns, Solo, and Sami Zayn? To me, that's a stupid mistake. That's some of their biggest money.
Yep.
And I think Triple H is missing the boat on that. And I'm not sure if I agree with that. You would think that they would have them somehow, some way involved in that. But I don't know. So
So I tell you what, we will have at Extreme Rules. We will have a sighting of a white rabbit.
what? Just a picture?
No, okay.
You calling it?
Okay. I've said this so many times over the last week on how it needs to be presented, in my opinion. And it needs to be presented in this way. So you have Braun Strowman. Okay. Yeah, Braun Strowman, he's back in the WWE. And I think what it needs to Bray's gonna show up. Bray Wyatt will show up. He's not the White Rabbit. I don't think he's the White Rabbit. I think he is part of it. He doesn't travel alone, right? I think the White Rabbit will be with him. And it'll be someone that's around 6'10", close to 300 pounds. His name's Eric Redbeard. Because if you go back and you look in his NXT days, when he came in to the WWE, even before that, before he had the white lamb mask, he wore a white rabbit mask. Okay? So he's the White Rabbit. Now, going forward even a little bit more, there's a picture circulating with Braun, Eric Redbeard, and Bray Wyatt. And they're all doing this.
Right.
And that's the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Okay? There's 3 of them doing that. Who's the 4th person? What we see last on Friday Night SmackDown? The 3 little pigs, right? 3 little pigs with the big bad wolf.
Right.
Who is the lone wolf? And who haven't we seen on TV for a few months?
Corbin.
Baron Corbin, 4th member.
That's good. That'd be sick to happen. Then you've had that group. Could you see that group go against Judgment Day?
Oh, and I would buy that all day long. I would love to see that, because I would love to see Bray Wyatt and his boys beat the living shit out of that group. I want to see Dom get his ass beat. Yeah. I really do.
That'd be a good idea. I mean, so now are you going to keep Killer Cross and Loomis out of the equation with that group? Are they going to form their? Because they got to do something with those two. I mean, I see Loomis.
Well, they need to do something with Dexter, because his thing that he's doing with the Miz has gone on way too long.
Yes. Let's bring it to head. Let's show him. Let's have him show up and do something. Same with Cross. I think Cross. You're going to see Cross get involved in the title thing. I
hope he does.
Yeah, that'd be good. But no, I like your idea. So you're saying that Wyatt will show up
with somebody,
with the bunny, and the bunny's going to be Redbeard.
Sure. Yep.
And then you're going to see Braun Strowman show up with them. With the group, come out with them, you think?
I think Braun comes out.
Now they need to do that, because Braun by himself is just another big man like last year. And that's pointless. It's pointless for him to run down the ramp, shoulder check, run 2 circles around the ring, shoulder check.
How about this as a tag team? Redbeard and Strowman.
Who does Bray feud with first?
Drew McIntyre.
Yep. But Cross is going to feud with McIntyre, though. That's got to happen.
Well, that's right. They're doing it right now.
Yeah.
I think Drew McIntyre wins. This is how you introduce them. This is where you introduce the White Rabbit in that, because I think that's the main event, right?
I think so.
McIntyre and Cross in a strap match is the main event. So.
Now, who has the I Quit match?
Finn and Edge.
Okay. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
So you have Bray and his 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, or the Wyatt 6 or whatever, because I mean, he could end up having 2 more people with him.
Right.
But if we do what I'm thinking they're going to do, the 4 horsemen thing, you get involved with that strap match at the end, and you beat the shit out of McIntyre, and you let Bray get in the ring when it's all said and done, and do Sister Abigail to Drew, do the whole kiss on the forehead and do that, and that sets it up, and that lets you go to Crown Jewel, have a match with Bray and Drew 1-on-1 or whatever, and put Bray over again in that one, so you can send Drew to because they want to write him off for a while, because I guess he has to have some sort of surgery.
Okay.
So you write him off.
Do you see Drew losing the match at Extreme Rules? Do you think do you think they beat each other to the point of it doesn't matter who wins?
It really doesn't matter, because I think Bray gets involved.
Yeah. Well, hey, that'd be exciting to see.
But either that, or maybe it's not Baron Corbin, maybe it is Karrion Kross as the 4th member of that group. Because he did make reference to "we accept."
Wow. You think it's Edge? Oh, for Edge Bray's first opponent. What is Edge doing at Extreme Rules?
He's got the I
Quit match with Finn. That's right. Do you think he can beat Finn though? Or no, we'll talk about that Thursday. Let's talk about that Thursday. So that's all I got, bro. You got anything else?
No, that's all I got.
So we're Huge Pop Wrestling. I'm Huge Pop. That's MATT of the Game Changers.
And remember, as always, you'll see me
in a week. Look for your videos. I'm excited now. It gives you something to talk about. Gives you some videos to post.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
I'm gonna come out from the basement and be on the videos instead of on the lives and whatnot.
You're gonna pop it off, huh? Well, thanks whoever. Thanks, Serta Man, Ryan. Again, Ryan, I'm excited about November. No, you're not gonna replace my brother. I love this guy too much. I can't replace him. He's lucky that way, but anyway, I'm excited.
I'm the talent here.
I'm excited for November. We have some talent lined up. We do have on the 18th, right? 18th is
2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today, we will be talking with the ROH guy, leader of Shane Taylor Promotions, Shane Taylor himself. So that's good. And
he former tag team partner with Keith Lee.
Yes. We got some other guys lined up. I've been talking to some indie wrestlers that are willing to come on our show. We'll leave those names out of the conversation until I talk to my brother on how we want to do it. So that's it. That's Huge Pop Wrestling Podcast. We're sponsored by the WrestleBox. Look at the code down there to get 15% off your next purchase. Check out our merch. Thank you for stopping in and checking us out. Check us out on Spotify, Anchor. Want to close it out?
Well, I don't have anything prepared for the ending of this. I need to come up with an ending but if you're not down with Huge Pop Wrestling Podcast,
what are you doing? No, that's not our saying.
I got 2 words for you. I can't say it on here.
So if you're not watching us, not following us,
what are you doing with your life?
What are you doing with your life? We're 2 losers sitting around doing nothing with our lives. Check us out.
Hey, I have a job. I just fucking check us out.
Check us out. Support us.
Buy the shirt.
Get behind us so we can quit our jobs. I don't know. Anyways, thanks for joining in Huge Pop Wrestling Podcast. Till Thursday.
Be a friend, tell a friend.
Yeah. Be a friend, tell a friend. Check Matt Rogers on TikTok Live. No, you can't.
No, I can't do that anymore.
That's whatever. Anyways, brother, I love you.
All right, we'll see you next week.
See ya.
We'll see you Thursday.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.